Well, today is March the 16th, and this buck was taken on November the 28th, so we were about 4 months into getting the finished product. And where we are today, we've got the deer already on the mannequin, and we've got all the detail work yet to do. We got to get his ears up. We got to put his horns on. This was not a big doe. It was a pretty nice 10-point buck, and we'll be talking about this through the process that we've done this morning. David, why don't you come on over here? What do you think, David?
Nice buck. What we've done, we've got him fleshed. Once we get him fleshed good, we take a Dremel tool and kind of thin around the lips. Got the nose skin ready to tuck. We got some seams here. We'll tuck the nose skin in, and some seams we'll tuck the lip skin in. We've got the ears bondoed into shape. We open those up, bondo those, and the clay is in and ready. Everything's prepared to put the horns on and take off.
And we're just happy we got him on this form.
It took a little elbow grease, but he got on there.
Yeah, he's going to look a lot better than this right now, I promise you.
That's right. A little bit floppy lipped right now. He might have a story to tell himself.
David's done all the detailed work on fleshing this skin and this cape, and he does excellent work. So I get the privilege now of sewing him up and trying to make him look alive again. David and I are both preachers, but we also feel not only do we partner with God when we stand in the pulpit to preach His Word, but we're partners with God in creation. God made this deer. We get to remake him, and in so doing, we discover that God knows what He's doing when He puts a white-tailed deer together.
So we're bringing the beauty back.
We're trying.
There we go. We've already put some bondo underneath the skull cap. That makes it lock down well. We've already pre-drilled the holes, so he was just ready to sit in there and screw back down.
Let the surgery begin.
Well, we got to put a little clay.
Oh yeah, about to get ahead of myself here.
Yep.
We put a little round of clay around it, each antler, so when we sew them up tight, that clay kind of dries and keeps it in place, right, David?
Yes, sir. I'll show those watching a little something right here. When we sew, you've got this corner that went around the horns. You'll see where that's at. There's going to be another one here. So what we do, we take our first stitch on the inside just a little bit of each of those. The second stitch will go right on the edge, and the third stitch will go there. Make 3 stitches, and then we seesaw it together. And what that'll do is, since you've gone in a little bit, you're going to make sure you get tight.
What I've got on my hand here is called they call this an awl or just a palm?
I don't know, leather glove. That's what I call it. I don't know sure what the fancy name is.
And this part right here helps you to get the head of your needle so you can push it in without pushing it through your palm. That's a very important principle right there.
Then as he pulls that tight, we'll slip it down in that little crevice. We got a little tool. We'll slip that front down in there. So we're just popping that edge into that groove, and then later he'll cinch it on up, and then we can push the clay back tight from underneath, and that'll lock it in.
This is what's called a seamless mount. A long time ago, taxidermists would cape a deer and they would cut him all down the back of his neck. And what this is we cut a V from each antler and come to the tip at the base of his skull, and then we cut down about no more than you have to, and you have to turn the head wrong side out, the skin down this way to get the neck open. But it sure saves a lot of time because you don't have to stitch the whole back of the neck. It's not seamless, but it appears to be when you hang them on the wall.
The other thing we do is we'll put cardboard over the seam, even the short seam we have, and put T-pins in, and it'll hold the seam flat, because if you don't, while it's drying, the seams will knuckle up like a baseball cover, and then it throws the hair out of whack. So by T-pinning cardboard down, it keeps the seam flat.
In my retirement years, I'm privileged to get to work with David. He's offered to come out here to his shop, and it's been a blessing to me. I'm fortunate to have grandkids that like to deer hunt, and they're pretty good shots. They've kept me busy these last 6 or 7 years in retirement just doing their heads. Well, not their heads, their deer heads. I've been working on their heads too.
The inside, between the ears part, right?
Yeah. We're fixing to find out if the proof's in the pudding right here, David, and get this thing to pull together.
Right.
We got him all sewed up here, and we'll come back and work on this as he dries, so this back stitch will stay together. That's his tear duct. We're gonna come down here and pin these eyelids. We're gonna work a little right in there. Well, today we're gonna do finish work on our deer head, which means a little cosmetic work around his eyes and nose and lips and inside of his ears. So we're going to do a little black and a little white here and there and try to blend them in and make him look a little better. We finished the mount as far as all the muscle work and the sewing and things of that nature, and he's dried out, so we're in the last 30 minutes to an hour of getting this deer ready to hang on the wall. Well, we got our Texas 10-point ready to hang on the wall. From the time he hit the ground now to the time he's going to hang on the wall, there's been about 12 to 15 hours of time put in. We didn't give you a full lesson on how to mount a deer head, but we at least gave you a few behind-the-scenes observations and looks at what it takes to pull this together. So we hope you guys have enjoyed this, and some of you gals too. You might want to learn how to lay hands on these deer once you've taken them as a trophy and you want to keep a memory alive for a long, long time. Nothing will take the place of a beautiful mount hanging on your wall.
Say subscribe for more hunting content.
Yeah, for more hunting content and more tips on how to mount a deer head, hey, you just keep watching Hunting with Cannons, because we got more secrets up our sleeve.
Perfect.
We're having more fun than the law allows.